Hello everybody and welcome back to Path of Exile 2 and our mercenary build. I feel like it's been a little bit since we've done this one, but I'm not really sure. I don't even remember the last time. It was last week sometime. I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since we've actually done a video with this guy. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a decent thing to go with. I don't think I have... Oh, hold on. Let's make sure we're in the... let's make sure we're in the correct one here. Monster life and reduced flash charges, elemental weakness. I think I want to try to do this. Monster damage penetrates resistances. That's not too shabby. Oh, come on. Ignited ground. We can try this. Honestly, it's probably going to get our butts handed to us, but it is what it is. Let's go try to do this guy here and see if we can get a... Since we had to pump all of that freaking... Oh, this is not going to be well. I forgot that there's reduced chances. Crap. I wasn't thinking about that. This probably not going to go well. I'm not adding anything on here that's going to make this even harder. We got to be like super careful. One death and we're out of this. And it's going to happen. Like, I get one shot regularly enough that it's just... It's gonna happen. We're not gonna, like, don't even get your hopes up. We're not passing this map without dying. Like, it's gonna happen. 100%. Like, I'll be careful. I'll do my best. Like, I'm not, like, see what I mean? See what I mean? I'm gonna do my best, but there's always like random stuff like that just comes in and slams you to death. I gotta get out in the, oh crap, here we go. Crap. There's too much, and there's too much poison. So look how close we're getting to death every time. So there's freaking poison all over the ground, and burning patches. Like, there's no way. There's no way we're gonna be able to do this. See? Come on, shoot! Stand there. Dude. I can't see. There's I don't know. I disagree with this. I disagree with the premise that maps require you to finish them in a certain number of attempts. Like, in my opinion, the harder you make the map, the more attempts you should have. Like, I really feel like they should reverse the process for this, because you're making it harder, much less likely that you're actually going to survive. Crap. Let me out. Let me get over here and start charging this up and see if I can just hold them off. You're making it... You see what I mean? You see what I mean? If you're adding difficulty to the thing, then, you know, there should be more attempts, not fewer. There should be more attempts, not fewer. You're making it harder. Or, you know, I think they need to go back to the 6-portal system, where you get 6 tries at all maps, and only specific things that you go after give you one shot. Give you one attempt. Like major bosses, or, you know, certain specific things. Because the whole point of this is you're supposed to feel good about grinding through the maps to get gear. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that disagree with that. Yeah, okay, fine. Like, 2 chances. I don't get enough out of these maps for it to be 2 chances. I don't feel like I get enough out of these maps for that. I don't think so. We're gonna take it easy on this next one. That was frustrating, and I would like to complete this map so we can continue off in this direction. See, like, it's an easy map, and we get a million, like. That's my thing. I feel like they need to invert the system. The more difficult you make it, the more chances you get. Because there's already enough of a penalty from dying. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's enough of a penalty. And not only that, you're going to reduce the chances of actually completing the map because, you know, you get unlucky with a one-shot or something like that. I don't know. I disagree with the thought process. I don't think it makes sense. Like, if you're only thinking about, oh, well, higher reward, higher difficulty, higher chance of that, higher difficulty. Like it should just generally be harder. Okay, I understand that. I understand the concept. I don't think this is the way to do it. It's super frustrating to lose an entire waystone because you got unlucky and got one shot. You know what I mean? Like, there was no way we were getting through that map. There was just no way that was happening. One attempt in a map with not only, you know, patches of burning ground, plus a bunch of monsters that have the ability to slam the crap out of you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a problem with, you know, being expected to earn things. That's totally reasonable. I think the way they're going about it is a little bit too hardcore. Maybe make the whole, you know, portal, maybe make the whole reduced portal thing some kind of an expert, like a hardcore game mode where, you know, it significantly amps up the rewards if you choose to do it that way. Like, I still want to be able to juice my maps, right? I want to be able to increase, you know, have a reasonable increase on the items that drop by juicing my maps and ramping up the difficulty of the map a little bit. Sure. I don't want the number of attempts I have to complete the map to change, because that requires way too much precision that, you know, I don't have anymore. But then to tell me that, you know, well, if you want more attempts, go with a weaker map, and it's like, well, okay, sure, but at the same time, like, you know, I think there can be a happy medium where the people who really want a challenge can do the whole reduced attempts, and they get a much bigger reward, right? Like, if you choose, like, maybe put a slider on it. Instead of making it to where the rarity of the map determines how many you get to choose, you know, if you want to go after if you get to choose for each map. Maybe put a slider on the map. How many portals do you want to allocate to this? Fewer portals, you get multiplies. Like, it's like maybe make it like a multiplicative kind of thing where, you know, if you take away a portal, you get times something rewards, or times something, like it just gives you a flat bonus to what you get out of things. Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a big fan of the idea that more options is always better. Let the people who really want a hardcore experience, or who really want like a challenge, give them ways to make that happen without making it so that more casual people, like, have a harder, I don't know. I feel like more options are better. Give me a medium difficulty setting that, you know, still provides me with a reasonable return on my time investment, that doesn't require me to, like, you know, because seriously, did anybody think that we were going to get through that map on one attempt with all the crap that was happening? It's just, when you start adding 6 freaking things to it, you're gonna get a map that has things that are gonna make it really difficult. You just are. It's just the way it goes. You would have to go through and try to, like, you would have to go through and juice a bunch of maps to try to get the perfect combination to make it so that you have a really good chance of not having something stupid happen to you. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want, currency is already, you know, a pain in the ass as it is. I don't want to have to spend all of my currency juicing maps. I would prefer to be able to spend it on gear, not maps. Especially because the trade system in this game is as annoying as it is. So, yeah, I'm just saying. I feel like the structure of mapping, the structure of how the waystones works. I don't think it makes any sense. I'm glad they brought back, you know, more attempts. I still think they should go back to the old portal system where, you know, you get 6 tries, and then you can opt into having fewer tries for a significantly greater reward. Right, but then you still have to keep the rewards for, you know, doing it the standard way high enough to make it worth doing it. You know, like, You can't nerf it to the point where it's like, well, no, well, you de facto have to do less math because, you know what I mean? Like, ramp up the difficulty hard, or you ramp up the difficulty hard by reducing the number of attempts, and that's great. But you need to actually make the rewards for doing that much higher, and not necessarily, like, you can nerf it a little bit, I guess. Like, if I do a 6, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. If I put 6 modifiers on the map, right? What was I saying? If I put 6 modifiers on the map, I should get, you know, a really good return on my investment into that map. You know, if I'm able to complete the map in 6 tries, and I put 6. Oh, come on. See what I mean? Like, look at that. Even on a lower level map with frickin', and I'm maxed out on my resistances. You know, I'm on a lower level map, and I still almost got one shot. Lower level map with only like 2 modifiers on it, still almost got one shot. There's too much random crap like that happens to try to force people they have to do it. Like, if you want rewards, you have to do this. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I agree, difficulty, you know, more payout should be more difficult. I don't know that I agree with the curve that they have on it. I guess that's what I'm saying. I feel like the curve they have is not shallow enough. It's too steep. Because some of us are just here to enjoy the game. Not all of us are here to, like, try to get a challenge. I'm not interested. I never play video games for the challenge of it. I play video games for the enjoyment of it. There's something about, like, just hopping into a map and just slamming through a bunch of stuff that's just, I don't want to say it's satisfying. It's obviously not satisfying, especially after you've done it for a while, but, you know, part of the reason why people continue to play games like this is because they can get into, like, a groove. And it's hard to get into a groove when you're constantly worried about being one-shot. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, we want the time that we're putting in to pay off. The effort that we're putting in to pay off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that we don't need to have any kind of resistance at all. We should just be handed gear, stuff like that. And those of you who think that that's the way that people like me think, it's because you have a different mindset from. It's because you have a different mindset. See, I almost got one shot there again. Didn't even know that was coming. There's too much visual crap happening on the screen for me to see. I don't even know what that was that almost killed me. You see what I mean? It's like there's if you're gonna have single attempt maps, there can't be these massive spikes in damage. There needs to be some consistency. Even when you're putting 6 modifiers on a map, there still needs to be some kind of consistency that allows you to employ some kind of a strategy to prevent death. And I think that's my biggest problem with the game in general. There's not enough time and effort put into, you know, trying to balance out those damage spikes. They're so focused on mechanics, they're not focused on making sure that they're smoothing out those damage spikes. Because damage spikes are not fun. Damage spikes result in one-shots that get you killed, even if you're like, you know, mostly paying attention. And that's the part I think that frustrates me most. It's super frustrating. It's super, super frustrating. Come on, see, like that. That right there. That's super frustrating. Like, if I'm stupid and I allow myself to get mobbed and trapped in a thing, okay, you know, fine. I deserved that. I should have been paying more attention and not allowed myself to get mobbed. But, you know, I don't... When you're just standing there in the middle of a field all by yourself, and then all of a sudden one thing comes in and just, like, takes away 3/4 of your health, and it's not even a rare that did it to you, I'm sorry. I think I have a case when I say that that's a little bit unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks. Or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer to go that route, because some people do like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels. So that option is there for your convenience should you choose to partake. So again, thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for the next video, and I'll see you then.